Frustrating afternoon, isn't it? Our forward play can be a lot better, but in saying that, we've had two magnificent opportunities in the first half to get on the score sheet and get that going, and you know, we've turned them both down. Well, not turned them both down, but we haven't you know, taken advantage of it, obviously, and that's a disappointing aspect, because then it turns into a bit of an awkward afternoon, doesn't it? And I think the second half played that out.
In terms of, was Ashton Worsfold missed the penalty? Was he nominated?
Yeah.
The
The player's confident. Yeah, you get on it and you take it. I mean, you know, she's a top scorer, isn't he? But you know, I don't need to see the penalty again to completely dissect it. No.
I mean, it was a poor penalty. The keeper saved, right? And it wasn't.
Well, it was a nice height. There was no pace in it. It wasn't in the corner. I mean, it was like a bit of a practice penalty for a keeper to get his confidence up.
I think me and you might have been able to save that, if I'm brutally honest.
Yeah, I would have thought so as well.
And then the one player who you do want to go forward, one-on-one, Simon Russell. 2 minutes later, and then gets it horribly wrong. And
I asked Si at half time, and I just wondered if the pitch did play a little bit of an effect on it, you know, and he said it did pop up just as because it did go at a funny angle for me, you know. I mean, I wouldn't have expected him to have got it that wrong.
Yeah, because technically he's normally
good,
isn't
yeah. So I would have thought it. I would have thought that an effect, yeah. But you know, sometimes if it's not your day, it's not your day, is it?
Second half, possession changed hands quickly. Both teams, they came into it a little bit, but didn't really trouble John Stewart in the goal. And were you worried that they were going to nick one?
Of course you are. Yeah, I mean, not being funny. Their first shot, I think, was in the 93rd minute. They had a couple of headers, didn't they? But you know, the first shot in the 93rd minute, you've seen them before, haven't you? They just go away and sneak a goal from nothing. You know, you can get seasons like that where it's not deserved, but that, you know, they're falling to your path. But yeah, I mean, judging by ourselves, our forward play was not up to the quality that we expected of it.
So is that something you'll work on in training now?
Oh yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Yeah. You know, we've got you know, the players are capable, but once they cross that white line, it's down to them, isn't it?
It looked disjointed. It looked really disjointed.
Yeah. For me, I thought our back four was good, and to be fair, I thought their back four was good, and that probably tells you the story of the game, then, doesn't it? You know, that you've been in those kind of games. Midfield, I didn't see anything from either team of any significance. Forward lines, exactly the same. So you know, the game's I
think that sums it up
perfectly.
Yeah. It does. I think both back fours. I thought Ben Gordon was outstanding again today. I thought it was excellent. Neil Austin's come back into the side after quite a long lengthy absence and did really. It looked like he was tired last 5 minutes.
Of course,
but he's quite entitled to. But
if you analyse the game, both back fours were in control, and you know, everybody else just ran around a little bit, didn't they? If you want to have a laugh and a joke about it, but I don't find it. But that's the game. But in saying that, Mark, as well, not being funny, we've had a penalty. If there's going to be a difference in the game, you've got to be decisive, you've got to be ruthless. We haven't been ruthless enough. And if I just said to the players afterwards, I mean, I don't know where we'll sit today, but you look at our for and against column. Yeah, how many goals we conceded, how many we've scored, how many chances have we created? We should easily be up there with the top scorers in the league, in my personal view, as a team and as a squad. That's not just naming down, you know, down to individuals. You know, but you've got to be ruthless. And if you, like I said, it took one goal for them to win the opening fixture, and it was probably the same kind of game, and nicer weather, but there was hardly anything in the game, and you know, they've come up with a 93rd minute winner down there, whereas we've had a great opportunity to put ourselves, you know, in front, but didn't take it.
Yeah, it was just a hard watch second half, but like you say, come off with a point, and then move on. And lot to work on in training during the week.
Well, of course there is. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean they're a great bunch, they are, but they're a frustrating bunch as well, because you know it's. I had an old saying when I use it phrase. I'm not saying they are lazy. It's a bit like a lazy racehorse, you know, when you have to whip it in to get it going, you know. And when they click into gear, you know, big time. But you know, when it doesn't quite fire, it doesn't quite fire, does it?
Just in terms of that, then, you're quite controlled on the sideline, shall we say? Do you feel the frustration?
I'm boiling up.
I was going to say, does that ever come out, Lee? Because you always stand still, and you kind of don't emotionally get involved. It doesn't look like you get emotionally involved outwardly.
Right.
I'm sure you're going through turmoil inside. But is that something that you've done during your management career? Is anything?
Not all the time, but I mean, what's the old saying? Still rivers run deep, or something like that. I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, the mechanisms are churning over, especially, you know, when you know that you should be taking advantage of situations, and then, you know, push on again without being reckless. And that's been the frustrating aspect of this season. I'd find that, you know, we're capable, but it's just, you know, putting a bit more consistency together in that vein. But I'll be honest with you, I mean, I said to him at half time, don't you dare lose this game, you know, because that, you know, that's not acceptable. You know, we should have put ourselves ahead and then start to build on from there. Because with all due respect to Nantwich, they have hardly troubled us, have they?
No, they haven't. No,
you know, and top of the league.
Yeah.
So for me, you can't be wasteful, and that's the thing that frustrates and annoys me. That you know, when you got people down, you got to put them to the side, and you know, we didn't push that home, which is a bit strange. I mean, we started so wonderfully at home, first 6 games, wasn't it? And free flowing or whatever. And you know, I don't know if there's a little bit of anxiety. Who knows? I have to speak to the players about that. But we seem to be replicating performances better away from home at the moment, as you know, compared to what we do at home. And if you look at the stats, I mean, we've won 6 at home, we've won 6 away. So there's a parallel there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Well, commiserations.
Yeah, it's a point.
Yeah, it's a point, and it gets the league leaders. So you know, like I say, just move on from it. And
yeah. I mean, look at it. It's a point. Yeah, it's a clean sheet, but it should have been 3. So, in my personal view.
Lovely. Thanks very much, Lee.
Right, cheers, Mark. Thank you.
Yeah.